Tovi Express here. Today I'm going to be introducing a movie from 2018 titled Peter Rabbit. Look out for spoilers and take care. This big, fluffy full of energy is Peter Rabbit. He's a rabbit, and he loves causing trouble.
His garden again, I see. There are safer ways to get a meal, you know.
Yeah, but they're not as fun.
And right off the bat you can tell that Peter Rabbit is voiced by James Corden. Unless you couldn't tell, he's voiced by James Corden. These three rabbits are then introduced, and apparently they are triplets who just love to argue about who's older. You know, classic twin, triplet, quadruplet thing, I think?
I don't know why I'm so out of shape. I only eat salad. It's the dressing. Get it on the side. Or just have a drizzle of lemon. It'll change your life. Trust me.
LMAO. I just love how rabbits are giving each other advice on weight gain. This is McGregor, Peter Rabbit's enemy. They are constantly feuding because Mr. McGregor doesn't want animals, especially rabbits in his garden eating everything. But Peter wants the garden to be open. Peter, his sisters and his friend hatch a plan to enter the garden to get food. Peter tells everyone to stay outside and he'll go get the food. They just have to direct him and catch the food. Everything seems to be going smoothly until McGregor's lawnmower breaks down, and now he can hear the bear traps and realizes that the rabbits are back, and he starts chasing after them.
Oh no! No! Peter! No!
McGregor tells Peter that he's going to bake him into a pie like he did his father. His jacket is stuck and decides to leave it, and thankfully he's saved by Bee. Bee is the rabbit's only parent figure, and Peter Rabbit was caught because he was dumb enough to return to the garden knowing very well McGregor would try and catch him.
Pie.
And that, my friends, was the end of poor old McGregor. It was later revealed that he had passed away from a heart attack, caused by the one and only Peter Rabbit. Immediately after McGregor's passing, Peter invited every animal in the land to party with him, as now his house was empty and no one was gatekeeping the garden anymore, so they were free to indulge in whatever they wanted. This is Thomas McGregor. Believe it or not, this is him at his happiest. He's a sales clerk who's working towards his big promotion. He's also a very big control freak. He's called into his boss's office and thinks this is the moment he's going to get that big promotion, but turns into anything but that.
Very sorry.
I didn't even know I had a great uncle. What about the promotion?
Excuse me?
The associate... I just want to know, did I get the promotion or not?
No, it went to Bannerman.
Bannerman? He is an imbecile.
Turns out he didn't get the promotion, and instead it went to a coworker he thinks is completely incompetent. And it's safe to say that he went absolutely insane.
Come here! I gave my life to you! I gave you everything!
Nice. Get some perspective. Get a hobby. Get some dirt underneath your fingernails.
He received a package that stated that he was the sole inheritor to the McGregor mansion. Later that evening or night, he went up into the country to check out the land that he had inherited, but no one, not even McGregor Sr., could have prepared him for what had awaited him in the mansion.
Came up again? I can't believe it! I thought when I closed my eyes last night that was it! But we have another day of this!
After last night, Thomas decides to close up any passages, holes, and fix the gate to prevent all animals from getting inside, and Peter isn't pleased at all. Thomas meets Bee and they get to know each other, and Thomas explains why he's actually here.
I'm fixing up this place to sell, using the proceeds to open my own toy store, preferably near Harrods so they can witness their own downfall.
Bee got him a welcome to the neighborhood gift, and it is a pair of binoculars, and he actually likes them.
Keep this gate open, shall we, so the wildlife can run free?
Absolutely.
She did it!
He obviously did no such thing. Man, I guess hatred towards animals, especially rabbits, runs in the family.
What happens? Why am I talking to wildlife? I am losing my mind.
They're not going to respond.
Thomas Rabbit naps Peter's best friend and puts him into a sack and plans to throw him into the river, but has a change of heart, and we get to see that he's not actually a cruel person. He realizes that he's not inside the sack anymore, but the binoculars B gave him are. The sack accidentally slips and falls into the river, and he swims after them.
No! Skinny bag of wet.
Who do you think?
They're wearing aprons, so that can mean only one thing.
They're hedgehogs.
So basically, after finding his binoculars, he went into town to find solutions on how to get rid of the rabbits, and the salesmen know who he is, and they say that B mentioned him. They tell him that B loves those rabbits to the moon and back, so he better be careful he doesn't get caught. He buys explosives that are supposed to blow out anything near it.
Launch them. I want to launch them.
Right.
He runs into B and obviously offers her a ride, and they go back home together, and mind you, B doesn't even know that her new neighbor is planning havoc on her beloved pets, or that they're even in the truck with her.
Given how much I hate rabbits, I mean, somehow you managed to make them look not like the vermin they are.
Vermin.
Thomas and B spend more time together. Peter sees all this happening and he isn't pleased, because he feels like his enemy is getting close to the only human he loves. B and Thomas were spending time outside when it started raining. They both go inside and Thomas is left alone with Peter, and obviously, they start fighting and hitting each other. And every time B comes back into the room, they act like everything is fine, until she leaves and they start bickering again. The next morning, Thomas wakes up with a smile on his face, that is soon ruined by the sight of Peter on top of his bed. Thomas places his hand onto the bed, and gets caught in a bear trap. As he gets out of bed, he places his other hand on his bedside table, and his other hand also gets caught in a bear trap. As he walks over to Peter, he steps on rakes, and they hit him repeatedly. This scene is especially funny to me, because, can someone please explain to me how a bunch of tiny rabbits managed to get a whole wheelbarrow on top of the stairs and placed it in the exact area for him to fall into? Thomas got really fed up with the rabbits' shenanigans, and put up an electric wall that was supposed to zap them into next week, but they didn't work. He climbs up on the roof to figure out why they aren't working, and instead gets shocked and falls into his garden. The rabbits think they killed another McGregor. No, because Thomas's experience so far has been an actual roller coaster. From finding out the promotion you worked so hard for, went to someone undeserving, getting fired, finding out you inherited an entire estate only to find animals having a party inside, to becoming enemies with animals that have it out for you. I actually feel bad for him.
Harboring some kind of emotional connection to her because of losing my own mother and father, and I think if she goes, what have I got?
Yes, that was very convincing. It's only about the garden.
B and Thomas kiss, making it official. Poor Peter, no, actually poor Thomas, because now Peter is very furious, and will probably stop at nothing to get rid of him. The next morning, Thomas gets the explosives he has hidden in the rabbit's treehouse and starts detonating them.
I've chilled out, man. I'm cool now. I've evolved, but you're still the same. Is ring your
What's going on here?
You've got to chew your food. I saved him.
Peter finds the remote used to control the explosives, and unbeknownst to him, the explosives are inside their home, so he blew up the only home they've known. Instant regret quickly hits Peter. The blown-up tree collapses into B's house and shatters her art room. Thomas is quick to blame Peter, but B doesn't believe it because they're rabbits. She leaves him, calling him crazy.
He found the detonator and he took his paw. And he did all that to come between us.
He's a rabbit!
Oh, all right.
Love is not losing love. Love is infinite. You think we loved you any less after we had the girls?
Be honest with yourself, Peter, and go with your heart.
They travel to London and meet Johnny the Rat. He shows them around London and all of London's famous tourist attractions. They tell him that they're actually in a hurry and need to get to Harold's. B calls a cab and is ready to leave, but the triplets interrupt her plans. Meanwhile, in London, Thomas is chasing after Peter. They lead Thomas into the storeroom and Thomas is stunned, as he can hear them talking, and they try to explain to him why he needs to go back home to B.
Talking.
No, like you said, you're chilled out, man. You're cool now. And you're listening to your heart. That's what you're hearing.
They travel back to the country and they are able to catch B. Thomas tells her that the rabbits came to London to talk him into coming back, to talk her out of leaving, but obviously she doesn't believe a word he's saying. Peter reveals to B that he was the one who pushed the remote, controlling the explosives.
Told you.
I did tell you.
Later, a couple shows up claiming that the house is now theirs, and we learn that Thomas did in fact go ahead with putting the house on the market. He tries to tell them that he isn't selling it anymore, but they don't budge. So, knowing the animals in that land, they went and scared that poor couple into leaving ASAP.
What a mess you made. Well done.
Did you just wink at him? I didn't know you could do that.
There's a lot of things they can do that you don't know about. A lot of things.